Hello everybody, welcome back. This is Lance Vader, and I just wanted to show you how and why to mine on Daymar for fun and profit. This is a nice little moon. Daymar is one of the moons of Crusader, and it has a lot of resources on the surface. It is not the most resource dense of all of the moons, but it's got some nice resources that you can mine with the ROC. Ta-da! The ROC is pretty cheap to buy in-game. And I'm in the Cutlass Black, which is a ship that I own. But if you don't own it, it's really not that expensive to buy or rent in-game. It's actually quite cheap to rent. And you can rent both of these things from any of the L1 stations. I don't remember what it is offhand, but I'm sure it's got to be less than 100,000 credits. Somebody can correct me in the comments, please. In fact, if you know the exact amount, go ahead and put that in. So what you're looking for when you mine is you're looking for these little guys, that anything that has that little diamond signal, the symbol. It's a cut gem, right? And these are nodes with gems. If you find something that has a symbol that looks like a little moon or a little asteroid or something, that's too big for your ROC to handle. Those are prospector mining nodes. And they used to be all over the place. I haven't found any today. I don't actually know if they've changed that. And we're in 317. I'm in 317 right now. They're going to switch over to 318 any day now, I'm sure. It's in the PTU. Doesn't matter. This is not something that they have changed, so I don't anticipate there will be any difference from this version to the next. So what you're doing here is you're finding these nodes, and you want to mine them out. And the server is being a bit unresponsive. What's going on? Okay, there we go. And let's see, with Hadnite is very resistant to this energy, so you kind of have to juice it with a very high percentage to start with, and then as soon as you get close to the green, you back off a bit. Anyway, you mine these things, and as long as you don't explode them in your own face, this is a very safe activity to do. Daymar is a fairly big moon with not a lot of activity, so you are not likely to run into anybody while you're doing this. Not unless you arrange for somebody to meet you. So it's a super safe activity. Nobody's going to grief you while you're at Daymar. Extremely unlikely that anybody's going to grief you. I mean, problem players can go anywhere, but those guys tend to focus on areas where the players are, and Daymar doesn't have a lot of people coming to it these days. And you can make a pretty penny with the Hadnite, and even with the other stuff. The Hadnite is by far the most valuable gem that you can mine, and I recommend focusing on that, especially if you can find nodes with or clusters of large numbers of Hadnite nodes. But the others are worth a fair amount as well. and don't discount them. You know, if you come across a group of 6 or 8 Dolovine nodes, that could still be a pretty decent payday. Anyway, super value. Head Knight is quite valuable for the amount of time that you spend, and you can make quite a few credits while you're doing it. I like the mining gameplay. I think it's very relaxing. I think it's kind of fun, and if you enjoy the mining gameplay, or you just want to get into it, and you want to make sure that you're doing it in a way that doesn't take a lot of credits or dollars to get into, this is a good way to do it. Quantanium, like I mentioned before, Quantanium is the most valuable mineral to mine, but it doesn't show up in these small nodes. It only shows up in bigger nodes. And the only way to mine those is with something like the Prospector, or a larger mining craft like the Mole. The Prospector is the smallest craft that can do it. And you need a specialized mining head in order to do it reliably and easily, especially if you're going to do it alone. Which means that you can't rent a Prospector and mine Quantanium. Not reliably, not safely, not easily. So, if you want some mining that you can do without a large investment into the game, this is the way to go, man. Both of these vehicles are cheap to own, and they're even cheaper to rent, and they both can be rented, and this can easily be done with standard materials. In fact, as far as I'm aware, there are no... Ooh. Oh no. Did I just lock myself out? Oh well, serves me right for not turning off my engines. Oops. Okay, moral of the story, guys. When you park your vehicle, make sure you turn off your engines. But as long as this doesn't happen to you, this is about the riskiest thing that can... this is about the biggest danger you can face on Daymar, is your own ship starts hovering above the ground, and you can't get back into it. Shoot, maybe I should have brought the Freelancer. Never would have happened in the Freelancer. I could just get it. If I had my Freelancer Max, I could just get into the side right here. Oh no, you know what? I'm not beat. I can do this. This is easy. Why was I even worried? Like, duh, Lance, of course you have the problem. Well, you have everything you need to solve this problem. Alright, use your problem-solving skills. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Okay. That's a little terrifying. Okay. Well, maybe I'm gonna... There we go. Okay, well that might... There we go. And we're going to turn the engines off.
Engines offline.
Woo! Okay. Well, that was fun. I did not expect to have to do a jumping puzzle. Be aware that that is one of the bugs that can rear its ugly head while you're playing this game. But yeah, so I still, in spite of that, I still highly recommend mining on Daymar, especially if you want to see whether mining is right for you, or, and yeah, I do have a female character right at the moment. Okay. There we go. Good enough. Good enough for government work. All right. Oh, yeah, I should turn off the engines to my... Great, to the rock. Okay. Good practice is to turn off the engines to all ground vehicles when they are loaded onto a space vehicle. So we're gonna... Once you hear that power down, then you can step out. All right. So, yes, I highly recommend mining on Daymar. There are a couple of other sites that are a little bit more lucrative or have more hadanite, but all of them require the use of hazmat suits or of special suits to so that you can last more than a few minutes in their hot climates. Daymar is one of the few places where you can go. Let's see. That does not have that has pretty good hadanite, and it has a mild enough climate, especially at the North Pole. I'm at the North Pole right now, and you can stay there indefinitely until your oxygen runs out, which is like half an hour or so. Okay, see this? That asteroid symbol is not what we're looking for. I want to show it to you so that you know what you're not looking for. This is what we're not looking for. That is a prospector mining node, not an ROC mining node. Although sometimes the nodes you are looking for will spawn close to those bigger ones. So when you see that little asteroid looking thing, that is a rock that's too big for your little ROC to handle. Let's see. Now, if something appears and it's about 2 clicks away, then that could be what you're after. Yeah, see that? Those are more of those nodes that we're after. All right, so that's how you do it. And you can just plop down anywhere on the moon and start looking for these nodes. They're everywhere. You just got to get out there. You got to find them. You got to see what they are and break them apart. Pick up all the gems and sell them for cash at the where you sell them is you sell them at the mining outposts on Daymar. So you don't even have to go to a big planet and go through all that atmosphere to sell them at the city. In fact, please don't. You'll be disappointed if you do. So yeah, just sell them at the mining outposts for cash. It's the same price just about anywhere. So there's absolutely no reason to be traveling long distances with them. And there you go. Daymar has the minerals that you're mining. It has spawn pads for the ROC, and any of the sites that have those spawn pads for the ROC will also buy the Hadnite off of you. And so basically all you need to do is you bring a ship big enough to hold an ROC to Daymar, and you have to own an ROC or have rented one ahead of time, and then poof, you're good to go. That's all you need to get started. Thank you very much for watching this video. I'm putting some links down below. If you aren't a backer yet, you can back and use my link. We'll get each get a little bonus. You can check out one of the orgs I'm in, Odd Job Entertainment, and his channel. I'm going to link his channel as well. Thank you very much. Have a lovely day, and I'll see you in the verse.